Hello out there, everybody, wherever you may be, and welcome to the Strictly Business Show with Dr. J. If you got bills to pay, and I know you do, you need to be handling some serious business, and that's where we come in. Team Biz is clocked in and on duty. We won't give you the business, but we'll talk business. Business news, business issues you really care about, and business is good. I'm your host, Dr. J. Lamar Gray, and it's time to say, give it to me straight, doctor. I can take it. Dr. Dre. Yay! Hello, everybody. It's me. It's me. No, seriously, it's me, Dr. JLG, everybody's favorite organizational behavior strategist and workplace expert and friend and advocate to the working and business person out there on every level. From the mail room to the corporate boardroom to entrepreneurs around the world.
Woo! My goodness, feel that energy.
Thank you for joining us on another wild and crazy ride in the Strictly Business universe. Coming to you live from the CRN Digital Talk Radio Network in Chatsworth, Southern California. Swimming pools, movie stars,
and real estate. That's my addition to it.
Email address, Dr. J, spell it out, DOCTORJ at strictlybizshow.com, and Instagram. Follow me on Instagram and see my sexy shirtless pictures on Instagram, strictly DOCTORJ. Yeah, shit it. And
you had to see Mike's look to understand.
Our super producer, Mike G, behind the board, hitting all the switches, and co-host this week, Dr. Lori Alvarez, real estate expert extraordinaire. Dr. Lori, how you been this week? We missed you last week.
Oh, it was a fantastic week. I just gotta say, I was in Austin, Texas. Right? So Austin's one of my faves. I was there for a goal-setting retreat, so that rock and rolled. Got some big plans, know what I want my net worth to be in the next 5 years.
Goal setting?
Goals. Come on, it's that time of season. You're supposed to set goals.
You had to go to Austin, Texas to set goals? Like how many beers you're going to drink out there or how many cows you're going to milk? What goals are there to set in Austin, Texas?
We're setting goals with people who make a lot more money than us. So there's a lot of goals to be set.
Well, we're glad we had you. Mike G, how you doing today? This week,
Not
doing
too
good?
bad. Thank you very much.
Larry Lala's been banned from the show again.
Larry Lala's persona non grata here at CRN.
Every time he gets banned, we have to issue an apology and make all kind of guarantees before we can let him back again.
Mike Horn made me wash his car.
Yeah, he made you watch. Well, you should see what he made me do.
Oh my goodness, what did I miss last week?
You missed a lot, but we got some stuff on store. So let's get to it. So it's time for... In case you missed it, Tuesday, Disney Plus, the live streaming service started, it launched. It's got 10 million sign-ons in 2 days, sending Disney stock up 7.35%, adding $13 billion to its market share at $268 billion. Now, they had some technical errors that prevented from some users from getting on there, so it could have been more, but that didn't stop customers from flooding the sign-up page. And Disney Plus is at $6.99 a month right now, $69 a year, which is almost half of what Netflix standard HD package is at $12.99. And they launched in U.S., Canada, and the Netherlands. And Tuesday, November 19th, they're going to launch in Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah.
Okay, you going to get that, Mike G? I mean, you're a big streaming guy.
Probably not. It seems like there's just one too many streaming services.
Oh, really? Oh, well, pardon me. Well, in case you missed it, Nike said they are not going to do business with Amazon anymore. Nike has confirmed this week that they're going to stop selling merchandise directly to Amazon as a push to sell it directly themselves. Amazon, we don't need no stinking Amazon. The abrupt ending in the test pilot they had, they started in 2017. An agreement they had. So the decision follows the recent announcing of hiring the new CEO, John Donahoe, not Donahue, Donahoe, who was the former CEO of eBay and PayPal. You see a pattern here?
I do.
So they're kind of saying, we don't need no Amazon no more. We got a guy that knows what he's doing about that. And in case you missed it, Chipotle is going to extend its carne asada. Yes, We talked about this story, Mike G, in September. It's supposed to be for a limited time, and it's helped so many people rush to the store. People who love wannabe authentic Mexican food for white people.
Is Chipotle back after everything that they went through with, the E. coli and all that? Do you think Chipotle is
They're
back?
back. They have a very
yes.
competent CEO there, the former CEO of Taco Bell. Their shares are up like to $20 billion, up 72% this year. Yes, they've made a complete comeback. The carne asada is 50 cents more than the steak, okay? And it's the first new protein since the chorizo back in 2016. Okay, I haven't tried it yet. I like real Mexican food, so I don't go to Chipotle. I just don't do that. And finally, in case you missed it, if you missed my social media, Dr. J finally tried on Friday the infamous Popeye's chicken sandwich.
And you have to tell us, how was it?
Can we get a review, please?
First of all, it's $3.99.
Not bad.
Okay, and it's a chicken sandwich. What do you want from me? What do you want to hear, Mike G? It's a chicken sandwich.
Okay, rate it next to Chick-fil-A.
I've never had Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
I mean, when I go out I generally am a beef guy when I go out for burgers. I don't care for a chicken sandwich. There is a Muslim restaurant in the city of Berkeley that sells a chicken sandwich that's not fried. That's really good. That's the best chicken sandwich I ever had.
So it was fried.
No,
for
it was
someone who hasn't had one yet.
The Popeyes
the
one.
Popeye's chicken. Oh, not the Nation of Islam one. Okay, no, that wasn't fried. But it's fried. It's thick. It's juicy. It's got a nice bun. It's got that squeezy, soft, glowing bun.
What was the chicken like? Was it chewy or was it?
It was chicken. Maybe the heights built me up too much. I don't know, but it's a chicken sandwich. What do you want to hear?
You waited 2 hours for a chicken
I didn't wait.
sandwich?
No, what I posted on social media was it wasn't worth waiting for 2 hours. I didn't wait 2 hours.
Good.
Did you stab anybody?
No, I waited maybe like 20 minutes.
Okay.
20 minutes.
Wow, 20
Yeah,
minutes?
and you can spend 20 minutes in an In-N-Out drive-thru. I mean, it doesn't matter to me, but it's done, okay? I want to move on. Can we move on? Now, have you two tried it? Now, your homework next week, Mike G and Dr. Lurie, you have to try the chicken sandwich and come back and
Negative.
tell me.
I'm not eating chicken. I don't eat chicken. As you don't remember, I told
Oh.
you 2 weeks ago, I don't eat meat.
You're-
Only fish.
You're too chicken to eat chicken.
Pescatarian.
Mike G, will you try
I will try
the
this.
chicken sandwich?
I will indeed.
It's $3.99.
Yeah, not too bad.
We'd love a great picture of you. Are you on Facebook? You could post it on Facebook. Great picture of you taking a nice big bite.
I will get my selfie stick out and I will document this.
Fantastic. I'm going to find you on Facebook.
My two sons love it, but they're 14 and 13. They'll eat anything.
That's right.
They don't pay for anything. They'll eat anything. They don't care. I mean, but still, I'm sure if I said, hey, how you like it, son? It's good. He was like, okay, that's good. Whatever. Pizza next Friday. What's the big deal?
You guys
Okay.
have lots of descriptive words. You're obviously not in the real estate industry where you come up with very descriptive words.
No, not at all. So we're going to come back after this break, and we're going to get into inside the workplace, and we're going to talk about workplace shootings.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
Workplace shootings.
It happened again this
Workplace
week.
shootings is what we're going to talk
A
about.
school is a workplace as well. I have a friend that started working for Kohl's, and they told me part of their video training was a video on active shooting,
Yeah.
what to do. So it happened again. And I feel sorry for all the victims out there. And I also feel sorry for the 16-year-old kid who decided on his 16th birthday he wanted to get a gun and rain terror on people and ruin people's lives. So I don't know. Well, I know what I was doing when I turned 16, Mike G. You remember what you were doing? You turned 16, what a great moment it was. I'm 16, finally.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not legal to do it. 16 is the year you're not legal to do stuff, but
You're doing it anyway.
You're doing it anyway, yeah. It's like if you get caught with a beer at 16, it's better than being caught with a beer when you're 15.
Yeah.
It's like I'm 16, of course I'm supposed to get caught with beer.
And our sweet 16, of course.
It's Sweet 16 for ladies, so we feel bad. Our prayers to those people out there that went through that. So we're going to come back with that. We got Dr. Lurie's listings. So she's going to tell us what's going on in the real estate game. All that and so much more. You're listening to the Strictly Business Show with me, Dr. J, and co-host this week, Dr. Lurie Alvarez. We'll be right back. Lurie, you're going to come back, right?
Yeah, you bet. I'm
Okay.
here.
You sure?
I am. I'm here. I'm live, too.
You got your
come
listings
over
ready.
And say everyone hello on everyone on my live.
Mike G's putting up 10 fingers.
Oh, 10 fingers.
Okay. That means we've got to go. We'll be right back.
Woo! Come say hi. Come Come say
Oh.
hi.
Hello,
Dr.
everybody.
J is live.
Dr. J is
Hi.
here.
What else
I'm
are we
here.
going to talk about? Tell me
We're
everything
going to talk about workplace shootings. We're going to talk about Monique suing Netflix. We're going to talk about more Disney Plus stuff. And we're going to talk about dating in the workplace.
Oh my goodness.
Relationships in the workplace.
Relationships in the workplace.
Doing it in the workplace.
Dr. J, this is my Facebook page. It's family oriented.
I didn't say doing what. I said doing it in the workplace.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. We're having fun here. We're live at CRN Digital, and we've got a lot to talk about. So stay tuned in. Stay tuned in. You do not
Hey,
want to
Chris
miss
the Dad
it.
is watching. What's up, Chris? Call me. And Leo, the film freak. Leo, you gotta come on the show, man. You gotta come on the show. And
Saying
Tracy
hello,
Richardson's
hello to
watching.
all of you guys
Tracy
out there.
Richardson
Most
has a huge
definitely.
crush on me since I was 6 years old.
Oh my gosh, listen to you.
Tracy,
Get over
she's just
yourself.
stalking me. She's stalking me. Tracy, I love you, Tracy, but you know, not gonna happen. Sorry.
Of course it isn't. You're married, mister.
Yeah, Tracy. Yeah, Tracy. Nah, wink, wink.
Happily married. I'm going to ruin your image right now.
I'm married. I'm buried. I'm married. I'm buried.
We specialize in our state. We have entertainment 7 nights a week. So they're coming for a lot.
Here we go. We're going to be live just shortly. We're getting started back in. Thank you for tuning in. We got lots to talk about.
Coming back. We're
Wow.
going to talk about dating in workplace again.
Dating. What do you
There
guys
you go.
think of dating in the workplace? Tell us. Comment down below. Share with me because he's going to ask my opinion, and I got one. Let's hear yours, guys. Comment. Tell me what you say.
He's the amazing Dr. Gray. J. Lamar Gray is #1. This is Rick Dees, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Strictly Business Show with me, Dr. J, and my co-host, Dr. Renee. Oops.
Habits.
Dr. Lori. Bad
We
habits
miss you,
are
Renee.
hard to
We
break.
miss you.
My email address is Dr. J, spell it out, DOCTORJ at strictlybizshow.com. We bring you the business news you really care about, and business is good. So it's time for...
2-5.
In this episode of Inside the Workplace, we're going to talk about a little bit about the workplace/school shooting. It lasted 16 seconds.
Yeah.
Some of the kids in Northern California talked about they had this drill. They've been trained for this. When I was growing up in Southern California, and I grew up in Compton, that we had 2 drills. Fire drill and earthquake drill.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. Yep.
Fire drill, line up and go outside to the field. And fire drill, you hit the ground and get under your desk. And then you go out to the field. How about you, Dr. Laura? Same thing, right?
Yeah, same thing. We're about the same age, my friend.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that. But now they have active shooting drills. And one of the girls, God bless her, who survived, she said, you know, we trained for this. We've been drilled on this. And she said, but it's never like it is when it actually happens.
Yeah.
They tell you in these drills and in workplace training videos, they say, run, it's run, hide, or fight.
Yeah.
One of those. So, and they say when you run, you should try to take somebody along with you. Mm-hmm. And it's like, that really isn't going to happen
Yes.
unless you're someone with family or somebody you're really close to. So it went off, it lasted 16 seconds. Mm-hmm. The kid ran, they found him, he shot himself in the head, and it's done. But like I said, I had a friend who started at Kohl's, and they are the POC, which means point of contact.
Yeah.
That means they're the first person you see when you go in the store. And I was telling them that is the most important job in the store nowadays.
Yeah.
And you have to say hi to everybody. You make sure you say hi to everybody every time that door opens. I don't care if you're the customer, you look up and see who's in that door. And they're like, well, I also have to watch for shoplifters. Forget about shoplifters.
I'm with you.
Forget about somebody stuffing their bag with reasonably priced garments.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to look for the person with the semi-automatic coming in there, and this is where we go. If you're a customer, if you're working there, this is where we are.
Yeah.
This is where we are.
However, this shooter, the 16-year-old that was celebrating his birthday,
Yeah, his birthday.
he did not have an assault rifle.
No,
That
he
was-
did. He had the 9mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's all, and that's probably all he can get his hands on.
Right.
But
And I wonder where he picked that up from.
yeah.
So it's it was his father's weapon. His father was
Oh.
a handgun and hunting aficionado, and his father actually passed away last year.
Okay,
And
so
so
some
he had
of those.
access to that collection of firearms.
Yeah.
And when I was growing up, my dad had an arsenal. My dad was from Mississippi, and my dad had a shotgun, a rifle, and an Uzi in his closet. I knew where they are, and he had a 38 under his mattress. And I used to peek around and look at it all the time.
Did I hear he had an Uzi in the closet?
Yeah, my dad had an Uzi. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Back
My
in
dad
the day.
didn't play.
Back in the day.
He was a hunter, the shotgun and the rifle, and I knew how to use them. I mean, I know how to use the shotgun. I knew how to use the Uzi, the 38. I would peek under his mat. He didn't think I knew what a 38 was.
Yes.
I did, under the mattress. Because
Yes.
we had an incident at our house, and my dad told my dad told my mom, go get my gun.
Yeah.
So I saw her go get it. So I used to peek under it, but I never touched it.
Right.
So it's a different time.
Yeah.
And my dad told me when my parents got divorced, we moved away, and my dad gave me the shotgun. He said, listen, the shotgun doesn't leave the house.
Right.
Shotgun to protect the house only. I don't care what happens to you on the street. You don't take this shotgun out.
Yeah.
And I never did.
Yeah.
I did. I had to take the shotgun out one time, and that was because my sister's car was being repossessed, and we didn't know. We thought somebody was stealing it.
And you took a shotgun out?
Dr. J was lock and loaded, baby.
Okay, I'm just
Okay,
saying. Let
but
the car go.
Before I was going out there to handle the business, the cops drove up.
Yeah.
And we found out the car was just being repoed.
Yeah.
Okay, but the cops saved the day. They came in the nick of time. Because
Not
I was
you,
locked and loaded. I didn't know what was
Not
going on.
you with that weapon.
I was 16. I was foolish. But I thank God, things work out a certain way. I didn't go do it. So in workplace, please be careful. Keep our eyes open. It's also a good commentary on staying in shape, eating right.
Yeah.
You never know, you got to run. You
Yeah.
got to run nowadays. Everybody got to have their running shoes on and ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
suppose that. What about real estate? Is there
Well,
some situation like that? I mean,
Well-
you have an open house where somebody can
Yeah.
just walk in on you. You don't know these people.
Yeah, we have to be one. Okay, so yes, we do have real estate etiquette when we have people come into our open houses. And one of them is that you're required to sign in. I don't care what anyone says. You got to sign in when you come into our property. And we got to know who you are. Can we validate your information? No, we can't, but we do our absolute best to make sure we know who's entering our clients' properties. And if we get a sense that someone is interesting, we stay by the front door. That's completely the truth. And we do all our open houses in teams. We never do them alone. Because I'm going to tell you honestly, the people that are on my team are pretty. Look at me. I'm pretty. And I'm not doing it by myself.
He's like Muhammad Ali, and I'm pretty.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm pretty. So I'm not doing it by myself.
There was a Dateline special about, those Dateline specials that come on in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
And if, God forbid, if you watch the first 2 minutes of it, they got you hooked for the whole hour?
Yeah.
Because you want to know? A quiet town.
Yeah.
Never happens here before.
The-
And one woman got killed because she was a real estate person, and she showed a house by herself, and the guy kidnapped her.
Yeah,
That's
it
how
can
it got.
happen. It
Yeah.
can happen. Well, you also have to be advised too that homeowners have guns in the house.
Ah.
Right?
Okay.
So that's something that's very important, especially when we're helping clients who are police officers or firefighters or that. So we're aware of what we need to be aware of, and some properties we just won't host those open houses, and we make sure that we take appropriate procedures to protect all parties in that sense. Because when weapons are in the house, weapons are in the house.
So you never considered getting a concealed weapon permit and being locked and loaded, ready to go?
You know, my husband all day long says that I should have one, and no, I don't want one.
It's extremely difficult to get one in the state of
Oh,
California.
absolutely.
Yeah. Orange
Absolutely.
County, you can pick one up.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, not LA County.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, let's switch to our second option. Last week I got emails galore about talking about dating in the workplace with 3 dudes.
Dating in the workplace.
It was Mike G, it was the infamous Larry Lala, and myself. And women emailed me, said, too much testosterone talking about dating in the workplace, because we talked about how we do it and all that stuff. So, Dr. Lori, I want to give you this chance as
Oh,
a
my
beautiful female.
goodness.
What do you think about relationships? Because Stephen Easterbrook, the CEO of McDonald's, was fired for having a consensual relationship in the workplace.
Wow. Yeah.
$15 million a year it cost him.
Wow. Wow.
So-
Consensual too.
Consensual. So
Whew.
it was against policy. Their policy said you can't date anybody if you have a direct or indirect reporting relationship with them. That's McDonald's policy, so they let him go. So what do you say? We were all saying last week it's not a problem with it. You got certain protocols. Let the woman set the pace. What's your opinion?
Well, I'm going to say one, as a woman in the workplace, like, ooh, you got to be careful when you're hanging out with other men in the workplace, right?
Uh-huh.
Because things can happen. Things can be taken out of context.
Like a smile and a touch on the arm and a brush
Yeah.
against you.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And, I do believe there should be a policy where there isn't dating in the workplace. And everyone should be clear on it and know what's going on with it. Because the reality is, you're here for business.
Look
You're
at
not
Mike
here-
G's face. He's looking at you like, he's like giving you a look. What's that look about, Mike G?
Well, okay, all right. So you get to a certain age. Your work group becomes your peer group.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not at the club all the time, and so I'm probably if I'm gonna meet a woman, it's probably gonna be either A, like at the workplace, or B, in my grad program. And how's somebody supposed to date anybody nowadays?
You're not.
There's these cool apps and things that I hear are out there now.
Yeah, Mike G. Make sure you get on the right one.
Hey, my one girlfriend is just recently single, and she's like, "Man, I got like 500 requests from men that want to
That's
get
not
to know
romantic, though. You're not telling your grandkids, 30 years down the line, oh, we met on Tinder, and 30 years of happiness over there.
me." No, it is happening these days. It is, yeah.
Well, I think there should be protocol.
Yes.
I said last week that listen, you should, if you see somebody you like, don't ask them out at work. Ask them out after work, and just if they say no, they say no.
Yeah.
If they say come back later and say I changed my mind, let's go out. Just go out. As long as you don't get creepy or touching them or pursuing them actively over and over again, it should be no harm, no foul. Okay, simple as that. So I think it's okay.
Yeah.
People meet in the workplace all the time. Full disclosure, there's lots of people dating. It becomes a problem, like you said, Mike G, when the relationship doesn't work. I think you got one shot to date in the workplace. In Facebook, y'all can tell me what you think. I say you date one person and you go out for like 6 months, a year, and you do everything in the relationship that intimate relationships call for, and it doesn't work out. That's it.
I think you're the gigolo in the workplace. What the heck?
Because I'm just
Jeez.
saying, you can't have like 5 exes in the same workplace.
Yeah, no, that's
Okay, Mr.
So you
Gigolo.
get one shot. I'm just saying, you get one shot. And I'm different because
So
I
when
grew
do you
up.
take that shot?
I'm just saying, if you take the shot. Listen, women know how to let guys know. Guys out there, you're listening, young guys especially. When a woman's interested, she lets you know. Right, Dr. Lori?
We
Women
do.
will let you know.
However, I don't believe that men read that very well.
They don't. Men are horrible at reading it, the signs. But some women will let you know in a lot of different ways.
All right.
Dr. Lori, back in your single days, how'd you let a guy know you liked him?
Oh, well, I just touched my hair and was
You
smiling.
touched him.
and
Aha!
friendly.
Touching.
Yes.
But
I'm
touching
I'm
can
a
be
touchy person.
but that can be misinterpreted.
Yes, it could. That's why you don't do it in the workplace.
This is never going to
Don't
be
do it
solved
in the
in the next
workplace.
30 seconds, and that's all we got. So that's going to do it for this episode of Inside the Workplace this week. I'd like to see what you got to say on Facebook about it. Dating, yes or no? You're listening to the Strictly Business Show with Dr. J and Dr. Lori Alvarez.
Woo!
We'll be right back on the CRN Digital Talk Radio Network. Come back with us.
So what do you guys
Attention
think?
sports
What the
fans.
heck?
Now you
Dating in the workplace. He's crazy.
You're not dating in the workplace. You're dating somebody who happens to be at your workplace working too.
This is a place of professionalism.
Oh,
You
God.
shouldn't be work.
Professionalism?
Jeez, this is craziness.
What's Facebook say? Oh, Larry Lala's watching.
Larry, I heard you got in trouble.
Larry.
I'm so sorry.
What up, Lala?
You got banned again.
I'm gonna email you back this week.
Yeah, we're going to email you. That's all we can do. You can't come within 90 feet of CRN Digital Talk Station again until we negotiate your return. Jeez.
Larry Lala, what happened?
Boy, I tell you, it's my fault. I picked the wrong topics when he's on.
Oh,
It's like, God, I gotta
jeez. What
fix
gets
that.
him all worked up?
Just dating in the workplace.
Dating in the
Exes. He
workplace.
spills his guts, doesn't he?
So he must have been dating in the workplace. Well, have you dated in the workplace?
Absolutely.
You have.
I have dated. I worked in show business. Of course, you date in the workplace. in
Oh
show
my
business.
gosh, yes.
Radio.
I have dated in the workplace as well, and it wasn't a good thing for us. It really wasn't.
I worked for 97.1 when Howard Stern was on the station.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they had strippers all the time going. The Nasty Man, Howard Stern, Tom Likas. There were all kind of strippers running around the station all the time. Of course, it's all kind of stuff.
Come
going
on, I'm smart. I dated the guys that were the bosses. Come on, you've got to be smart about this.
But date the bosses.
You date yourself up. You don't date yourself down.
I actually walked in on a boss. With his secretary,
Oh
the
my
radio
goodness.
and he saw me, and I just dismissed myself. And they saw me too.
Mike, you haven't done that, have you?
What?
Mike G dates in the workplace all the time.
Oh, God, possibly. Come back.
Here we
We're talking
go,
about
here we
that.
go.
Oh,
We're
Lori
going on
Lewis-
again.
Lori's listings.
If you could only hear
Yeah,
what I
right.
hear. Oh, it's my turn. Woo!
Welcome back to the Strictly Business Show. It's time for Lori's listings. That sounds redundant. Dr. Lori, hit us with your listings.
You know, we got some great properties on the market right now, actually. We have, so coming this Thursday, 415 East Mauna Loa Ave in Glendora, California. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Fantastic house. We put it up on the market for rent for about 72 hours. We had like a ton of people who wanted to rent it. And the seller said, forget it, just sell it. It's obviously got a demand.
Now, is it 2 bathrooms or is it a bathroom and a half?
No, it is 2 full bathrooms.
Okay.
But not an ensuite, master.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's no problem.
Yeah,
I'm for that.
I'm glad you say that.
Yeah.
We also have a gorgeous one in La Puente, California, 638 East Glendora Ave. Don't say that.
Now,
Don't
what
say
did I
that.
tell you about combining beautiful and gorgeous of La Puente? We done had this conversation.
We just got started in La Puente. Come on. And I'm going to tell you, it's got all the best Mexican food in town. No fake Mexican food at all.
No Chipotle in La Puente?
No.
Not yet.
Not that I'm aware of. There's lots of Alfredos, though, and Albertos, and everything else. What else do we have? Oh, we have 410 East I Street in Ontario. Nice, cute, quaint cottage one.
In Canada?
No. Ontario, California.
Oh,
And then we've still got our little 1-bedroom condo in Laverne. Come on, people. Sell this house. We're going to have to do a price adjustment on it. I'm just saying. It's time. Everyone wants 2 bedrooms so that they can rent it out to their buddy.
So 1 bedroom in Laverne.
Yeah,
Where's it
250.
located at?
Ramona Ave,
Okay.
and if you're familiar with Laverne, it's right by the 210 freeway, centrally located, and Mr. D's, the best restaurant in town.
Mr. D's?
Yeah, come
Oh
on.
yeah,
Mr. D's.
Mr. D's is pretty good.
I
Like
hear
a
their,
lot
I
of
hear their
food.
chili's pretty rockin'. I don't eat it myself. It's got meat in it.
So if you live in Laverne, California, and you're listening,
Yes.
and you're near Laverne, there's
Yes.
a 1-bedroom condo for $250,000.
That I can probably get you a better price on. So call us now.
Call now, right now, Mike G. Put the phone down. You're not gonna get this up.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Now, a lot of people. This is the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Do people buy houses for people for Christmas presents?
Oh, wow. Would
you ever
that
had
be
that?
Fantastic. I'd love to buy that little condo for myself as a Christmas present. Instead, I'm buying a car. So, yes, people do, not necessarily for Christmas presents. And yes, November and December are one of the highest selling months in comparison to January, February, and March.
Now, why is that? You think people would have more things on their mind with the holiday stress? Why would they want to go through escrow during the holiday season?
Because they really have to move.
For the end of the year.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
they just got to make it happen, right? It's a job relocation, it's a family member, it's a divorce, it's something. You just don't time that stuff out. It just happens, and life is like, okay, here we go. We're moving.
Do you ever have a Black Friday sale on houses? Like, Black Friday, come out at 2 in the morning, we'll sell you this house. for half the cost.
Hey, I do say my vacant houses, I am open on Black Friday because people come in and they want to shop.
You bring up an interesting point, Dr. Laurie, about the different kind of scenarios in which houses are bought and sold. And specifically, people think that like, oh, it's a joyous thing, but oftentimes, a sale of a property is kind of coupled with tragedy, be it a divorce or a death. How do you handle that emotionally when you're dealing with clients who, let's say you're dealing with somebody who just got divorced, it was messy, they're looking for a new property. Not only do you have to be their real estate agent, but almost like their psychologist as well, right?
Yes, yeah. Well, we're their psychologist. In every transaction, whether it's happy or not. That's the reality. And yes, it is. It's very challenging, like the one in Laverne, my little condo. That's the family members have inherited the house. They had a death in the family, and so they're selling the property. So, all the time, I hear those conversations. I have to help talk them through it. I have to help them process the emotions. And my job as their professional is to stay professional and not get into an emotional battle with
So
them.
I remember when my parents got divorced and we sold the house, that the real estate agent was around, one Carol Majors, and I still see her around town and I hate her.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There's a
really?
lot of bad memories,
Oh, you
Yeah,
see Carol?
well, that's true, because sometimes with divorce cases and other bad situations, you eliminate that realtor. You don't want to be in a relationship with them again. And I have to understand that sometimes they're just not going to be my best friend after the deal closes, right? Yeah, it's the truth. That's the truth.
Now, the first of the year is coming.
Yes.
And you said business slows down a little bit in January, February. But what can we expect for 2020? We got the presidential election. We're going to elect a new president.
Oh boy, the new president coming. Yeah, that's.
I don't care who it is, an old white guy, the first gay president, first Hispanic, Latino, whatever. I'll take anything but what we
Woman?
got
What about
right
a
now.
woman
First
president?
woman, first black woman. I'm voting for anybody who sits on the opposite of our current president Trump. Okay, so how is this going to affect the real estate market? Is it going to freeze up? Are people going to is this a good thing for the real estate market or a bad thing?
So the presidential elections always impact the real estate market.
Okay.
It actually becomes a very uncertain time as people are very nervous. What is going to happen? What's the new president going to do? How are things going to change? So if Trump does come back through, there's going to be a lot of emotions like the last time,
God.
right? I mean, come on, it's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
We're like, everyone's moving out of town. Hire me. Hire me. I'm ready for you when you're ready to move out of town.
Out of the country.
Right? Yeah, out of the country. But yes, it is very impactful when the president shifts from one presidency to the other.
So are houses going down? Are people trying to get rid of stuff? I mean, next year.
Yeah,
what's
no.
your
Even
forecast?
with the trends right now, that's what's happening, right? It just depends. Like the day of elections, we'll see what happens. But everything is on the up right now. Even interest rates are fantastic. I'm going to be refining a property for I'm dropping 17 years off my loan and I'm dropping a full point.
Oh my goodness.
Right, I'm going to save a ton of money. Guys, call your lenders, refi your properties. Of course, verify that that's a good thing for you.
Refi your properties. Dr. Laurie says it. Refi your properties if you can.
That doesn't apply in all circumstances.
Not if you have 3 mortgages already.
Hey, I am all about making sure you get the right advice, so get it personalized to you. But yes, it's very impactful.
Okay. Well, thank you, Dr. Laurie. Is that it for your Laurie's listings?
That's it. That's what I got for you.
Give your information out again because you're trying to sell houses like hotcakes.
Yeah, we got houses for sale. We need them sold. I'm Lori Alvarez. You can check me out at lorialvarez.net. I'm on Facebook here. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Instagram TV. I'm on YouTube. I'm everywhere. So just Google Lori Alvarez, San Dimas, California, and just call me at 909-227-4196.
Okay. That's going to do it. Let's move on to some retail business.
Nice.
No, I'm sorry. Some tech business. Okay, I mentioned in tech business about Disney Plus coming up with $6.99, and people are talking about this big streaming war that's going to happen. I got news for you. War implies that there's going to be winners and losers, but from Dr. J's calculations, there are no losers here. Okay, Disney is at so for like $7 a month, Disney's going to offer 30 seasons of The Simpsons, which is worth the price right there.
Yes.
Okay, 30 seasons of The Simpsons,
You
Star
still
Wars
watch The
movies.
Simpsons?
Yeah, I still watch the Simpsons. You know what?
Oh,
It's still
my
on.
gosh.
All
What
the
the
Dr.
heck?
Lori, get with it.
Did you guys grow up?
No, Bart Simpson's not gonna grow up. Neither am I. Lisa's not gonna grow up. Okay, Star Wars movies, Marvel movies, Pixar movies, old Disney movies like Herbie the Love Bug, The Shakiest Gun in the West, The Apple Dumpling Gang, all that stuff. Disney Channel, 35 original movies. They're estimating getting like 60 to 90 million subscribers by 2024 and 18 million next year for our new president. Amazon Prime Video, they're connected with the Amazon Prime subscribers, so they're not going to lose.
Yeah.
NBC, they're leaning towards a more advertising-supported streaming site, so they're not charging anybody. They're going to use the advertisement revenue to make up for the subscription revenue, so that's all good. HBO Max, AT&T announced last month that HBO Max would be the exact same price as HBO, so they're not going to lose anything. Apple TV Plus, they're getting free video streaming for the first year, and then they're going to only charge you $4.99 a month, which is less than Disney Plus. And of course, Netflix outspends everybody on original programming at $15 billion a year. They have 160 million global subscribers, and T-Mobile wireless subscribers get it for free. So even the customer is not going to lose in this so-called war, because you can, from my calculations, you can have Disney Plus, Netflix, and Apple TV for under $30 a month.
And just to break in, Verizon customers get a year of Disney Plus for free as well.
You're right. They absolutely do. I have that right there. I forgot to mention it. Are you Verizon?
No, I'm an AT&T guy.
Oh, you're AT&T guy. Okay. Yes, they struck a deal with Verizon to get it for free as well. So there is no streaming war. Because in Disney, the Disney Plus also comes with ESPN, I believe, right? Mm-hmm. So there's no war here. Yeah. No losers here. Everybody's going to win.
Yeah, but I mean, it just so I'm not a big TV person, and I only go
on
one. I only go on one little app, which is what the heck is it?
You don't even watch the housing shows, like the new house and all that stuff?
No, I'm in the housing industry all day long. I'm in the MLS all day long. I sure don't, but I'm in real life real estate.
Oh,
so,
excuse me.
So, but like, HBO, like you get HBO, you buy the one little thing for HBO and you get to watch all that, and then, not all my favorite shows are there, so then you gotta buy another one, and then you gotta buy another one, and before you know it, your bill's like $100 again. I
know. Starz has a new show with Forrest Whitaker about Bumpy Johnson. I really want to see, but I don't have the Starz package, and I'm not gonna pay an extra $10, $15 a month to watch Forrest Whitaker as much as I love him. So, you know what? I may switch over to the streaming game. It's big business out there, so you can choose what you need. So, but there's no war. Everybody wins, and I'm glad everybody wins, because the cable companies are just tearing people apart.
Yeah.
Okay?
I see cable going out of business.
I hope so soon.
I do.
That's going to do it this week for Text Business. When we coming up, we're going to be talking about Monique suing Netflix. You're listening to the Strictly Business Show with Dr. J and co-host Dr. Lori on the CRN Digital Talk Radio Network. We'll be right back.
Wow. I don't know about this streaming business.
Streaming business?
What do you guys think out there about streaming? Like, what's your bill look like every month?
My bill for Spectrum, I don't have streaming now.
Okay.
But my bill for Spectrum is $225 a month.
Ooh. Woo! Yeah.
But that includes my internet as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, but no. I tried to go back to Dish Network. Cheaper, like for $89 a month, all these channels. Then I said, what about internet? They don't have internet. No. So they said, Frontier. Yeah. I said, you blew the deal right there. I can't stand Frontier.
Yeah.
I said, you just lost a commission. You mentioned Frontier.
Dish partners with AT&T for the internet too, but it's DSL. It's slow.
Yeah, I just see everyone like, you're still going to end up with a $100 bill. I mean, my husband just eliminated all cable and everything, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's another way to do it that you didn't mention.
Oh, what is it?
Pirating.
Pirating.
Can't promote that.
You're not promoting it.
There's been a lot, written about that as these streaming services keep adding up and adding up and adding up. Like you said, your bill's going to be $100. People are going back to pirating a lot of.
They have to go down now. I'm going to call Spectrum to try to get it lowered. They have to go down.
What you do is you set it up in your name, and then when the introductory rate goes down, you cancel the service, and then you get your wife to set up the account in her name, so she gets the internet.
Now, I was thinking about going to another service, but you're right. Cancel it this way and go into introductions.
Daniel Becker, physician and medicine.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. Do you guys stream out there? What do you guys
15
do?
seconds, stand by.
15 seconds, stand by.
You guys all probably watch YouTube, right? Because that's what my husband watches all day long. He's on YouTube all day.
I need 2 hours, man. This is going by too fast. We need 2 hours. Like 3 hours.
Are you on YouTube too?
No, I'm not.
Here we go.
He's the amazing
I gotta get my
Dr.
shit together.
Gray. He's Mr.
I
Organized.
do.
He can organize your life too. And if Rash develops, let's continue use.
Welcome back to the Strictly Business Show with me, Dr. J, and my co-host, Dr. Lori Alvarez, real estate expert extraordinaire. Email address, Dr. J at strictlybizshow.com. I'm flubbing this week for some reason. And we're bringing you the business news you really care about. Let's talk about some pop culture / show business.
Wow, yeah.
Okay, now you remember Monique, right? Hey, Mr. Ogilvy from the Parkers.
Okay.
She is suing Thursday. She's suing Netflix, accusing the streaming giant of discriminating by trying to drastically underpay her for her stand-up special and offering her less money than other male comedians and a female comedian as well. Now, she was offered $500,000, $500,000 to do a stand-up special. Now, I think Monique is incredibly talented. Maybe incredibly is a strong word. But I knew she had chops as an actress when she did Spike Lee's remake of Fences with Whoopi Goldberg and Danny Glover. She played the neighbor, and I said, wow, Monique's got chops. And of course, Precious, she wins the Oscar. Now, she, for some reason, and I know why, we'll talk about it later. I got some inside source on why her brand is going down as bad as it is. But in the suit, it's a 39-page document, and the suit names compares her to Jerry Seinfeld, David Chappelle, Chris Rock, and Amy Schumer. Now, Jerry Seinfeld in 2017 signed a $100 million deal with Netflix for a 2 stand-up special and interview series, the coffee thing, right?
Yeah, the comedians in cars getting coffee.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
all the past episodes of that as well.
Yeah.
Factor into that, right?
It's $100 million, right? But he's Jerry Seinfeld.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, I saw him live. He's awesome.
David Chappelle, in 2016, a $60 million deal, and Dave Chappelle just falls ass backwards into money and without even trying. Then he gets up and brushes himself off and says, that's all right. I don't need it. So he's a whole different animal altogether. Chris Rock, they are cited in the lawsuit, made $40 million deal with Netflix in 2016. And then Amy Schumer made an $11 million deal in 2017, went back to renegotiate and got $13 million, a better deal than Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock.
You mean she didn't sue?
No, she didn't
went
sue.
back in and
She negotiated.
Imagine that.
She renegotiated. And I'm going to tell you why she was able to do that. But here at Strictly Business Show, Dr. J, y'all know, is all for equal pay.
Yeah.
Okay? We talked about Crazy Rich Asians, the sequel being on hold because Adeline Lim, the co-writer, an Asian female who co-wrote the first one
Right.
with another co-writer, a white male.
Sure.
And the sequel, she got offered almost $1 million less than he did to write the sequel.
Sure.
So, of course, and our super producer, Mike G, looked it up. Of course, Adeline had more credits than this dude had. And in the movie's about Asian people, focusing on an Asian female character. She's an Asian female. She's more qualified. She should get paid more money than him. So we all said pay her money.
Right.
We know the difference with the national women's soccer team. That's kicking butt more than the men's soccer team.
Sure.
They're bringing in more audience, more revenue. Pay them their money. I don't know if Monique passes the smell test on this one.
This is interesting. So Jerry Seinfeld represented by CAA.
Oh, yeah.
Amy Schumer represented by CAA.
You better believe it.
Dave Chappelle represented by CAA.
Yes.
Monique signed by ICM.
She sounds like she's with the wrong one.
So maybe ICM needs to step their game up.
ICM is not bad, but they're not CAA. Okay?
Yeah.
And
I would agree with you on that.
And not WME either. I mean,
and I like Monique. And I did a little research myself on Instagram, and Monique has 753,000 followers on Instagram. She's posted 1,175 times. Jerry Seinfeld has 1 million followers,
Yep.
but he only posted 307 times.
Yep.
So he doesn't do a lot of business on there, but he still has a million followers.
Jerry Seinfeld is part responsible for a $3 billion property.
Yes. Jerry Seinfeld is like, I don't even know why. I don't know who wrote up this complaint,
Yeah.
But I would have never put Jerry Seinfeld on there.
I'm just
Okay.
saying. I'm just
Dave
saying.
Chappelle has no Instagram I can find whatsoever. Like I said, he's an enigma. But Chris Rock has 3.4 million followers on Instagram. He's posted 100 times less than Monique. And Amy Schumer, who renegotiated a better deal,
Right.
9 million followers on Instagram.
Right.
And
Yeah.
she posts like almost 4,000 times. So we don't live in a world where you have crossover appeal anymore.
Correct.
You have your own audience. And she's obviously built her audience. So now the inside tip is this, and I know this for a fact. Monique's manager who negotiates her deals is her husband. And he wasn't in the management game before she met him.
Yes.
Okay? He got into the management game after they got married
Sure.
and after she won her Oscar and started messing her up.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what happened. I hear he's blowing deals, he's asking for incredibly stupid stuff, and he's not good, but she's standing behind her man, and he's sending them rocketing to the poorhouse.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on this, Dr. Lori?
Well, okay, look, here's the deal. You got to hire a negotiator. That's all there is to it.
He's
I'm
not even
sorry.
an attorney.
Yeah.
He didn't do any. I don't know. I can't find out what he did before they got married.
Yeah, I would say, hubby, you're a sweetheart. I love you, and let's get some money in the bank. So we're going to hire someone that knows how to make us money, right?
Absolutely.
And that's the first thing I would do. Then, like, it all comes down to negotiating, man. You don't take a job if you're not going to get paid. I walk away from deals all the time because I'm like, I ain't going to get paid. It's not worth it, right? You know, so you got to decide. I don't even think that this lawsuit should even like go anywhere.
Yeah, we just talked about all these different streaming services. Why don't you just walk across the street to Amazon
Right.
and try to get a deal there?
She
Right.
can't. She can't. I
You're
mean,
only worth what someone will pay you. I'm sorry.
and you don't walk away from a $500,000 deal unless you got a plan to do something else. Now, if you want to start your own streaming
What do you
service,
guys think?
what Facebook think? I mean,
Uh-huh.
Monique is not worth $100 million. She's not worth $10 million. She just isn't. Lots of people win Oscars and their career stop. Joe Pesci, Whoopi Goldberg. I mean, she's not doing movies anymore. I mean, it happens. There's a lot of Oscar winners. Diane Carroll. Not Diane Carroll.
Diane Cannon.
Diane Cannon from the Hannah and her sisters won an Oscar. I hear she's almost broke.
Yeah.
Okay?
Money management, my friends.
Oscar doesn't mean you're going to make all this money. So I don't think she has a leg to stand on. I don't think she's the stand-up that most of these guys are. She hasn't built the brand she has.
No.
She's broken every faux pas, and I don't have time to get into the list of things she's done in show business with Lee Daniels. She bashed Lee Daniels, who gave her the role in Precious. She broke so many faux pas in show business,
Sure.
from not building her brand, dogging people out, biting the hand that fed her. She's not getting her money.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And here's the deal. Like, I know every one of those comedians that you were talking about, except Monique. I don't know her.
Oh, you don't know who Monique is? The
But I know-
Parkers.
I know all of the rest of them, so that doesn't tell me she's worth
So
as much as
you-
she's asking about.
If Dr. Lori doesn't know who she is,
I don't know.
You never watched the Parkers?
No, I don't know
See,
what the
that's
purpose
the
is. Gosh,
problem.
I'm so out of it.
The defense may call you as a character witness. Who is this person? The judge may say, who is this again, Monique? They're not even using her last name anymore and she's a fine actress. She's a funny stand-up.
Yeah.
She once did a Beyonce, she once hosted an award show and kind of spoofed Beyonce's dancing because she's a woman of girth.
Yeah.
She's got some size on her.
Sure.
And it was funny. She's funny.
Yeah.
But she's not if her man was as good of a negotiator and manager as she is funny and talented, then she'd be going somewhere.
Yeah.
But that's the key. They don't say how much the lawsuit is for,
Right.
but I don't know what she expects to get out of this other than piss more people off. And now she's trying to
Who wants to hire her after that? They're all afraid of being sued. Come on
Who
now,
wants to
that's
hire her?
ridiculous.
and now she's trying to frame it as a crusader mission, like she's being crusader for other actors down the road.
Get over it, lady.
She's trying to be the point of the spear that always gets damaged. And it's not working.
No.
It's not working, Monique. So I don't know what to tell her. I hear she's a nice person too. And she's standing by her man. She should stand behind her man. But I don't know what to tell her to do.
Yeah, it's called a position shift. She needs to shift him out of that position and hire CAA.
Start taking some meetings.
Yeah, start taking a lot of meetings. So what would you do, Dr. Laura, if your husband was messing up the real estate deal? You have the deal almost signed, he comes in there and crashes and say something crazy. What would you do? Now, you probably wouldn't divorce him.
No.
But
We'd lose the deal, we'd move on with life, and I'd never let him do it again.
Okay.
Like, I would just say, here we go, that is not your forte, we're moving on, I got this part. And negotiations, I'm just saying, I love to negotiate.
so he's not like Lucy Ball. Oh, Lord, I want to be a part of the deal.
No, he doesn't
Like,
even
you wanna
want
be in the
anything to
show?
do with it. Nope.
Did you know the original concept for I Love Lucy was actually Lucy being the star and Desi being the character that tried to get in show business?
Oh, nice.
But Lucille Ball said, no, what about me being in the show?
Yeah,
And then wanting to be in the show and Desi being talented.
there you go.
Well, that's going to do it. That's it. A number of hours flown
That's what
by.
we got.
Dr. Lori, give your info.
Woo! I'm Lori Alvarez, and you can find me at lorialvarez.net, and you can just call me at 909-227-4196. We love helping you guys find and buy real estate.
Find it better. And I'm Dr. J. Lamar Gray. My email address is Dr. J, spell it out, DOCTORJ at strictlybizshow.com. Email me on any of the topics we talked about. The show will be on the website, uploaded, strictlybizshow.com. You can reach me, see my sexy pictures on Strictly Dr. J, my Instagram, Strictly Dr. J, DOCTORJ. Mike G, thank you again for another week of hitting the switches. Dr. Lori, thank you to the entire CRN Digital Talk studios and crew. And most importantly, thank you that log on, download every single chance you get. It's been a pleasure, and the pleasure was all yours.